Hello, welcome to the Faith-Based Workplace. We're here again on this YouTube channel, bringing you weekly. We're coming to you, bringing different workplace issues that deal with management or coworkers at the job. This week we got a good one for you. It's actually 5 signs of aggressive behavior at work. So last week we did the Micromanager and talked about that a bit. If you haven't had a chance to review that, I'll try to link that video to this down in the description. That way you're able to see that one. And if you haven't had the chance to like or subscribe, you can click that bell and subscribe and be the first one to get this content when we upload weekly. So you will get notified whenever we upload these videos. So let's just get into it. Narcissists, first off, they don't like being challenged, especially in front of a crowd. So if you're at work and you know this person's now this is if you know they're a narcissist. Now if you don't know what you're dealing with, that's what we've been talking about every week, building up to make sure we all understand what we're dealing with when we say narcissists, because there are different types, and we're going to be bringing that up, talk about the covert and things of that nature. We're going to talk about that in videos to come. So this week, like I said, we're going to go with the aggressive narcissists and just how they deal and how they react to things, because sometimes they can be at work and do things a little bit shady, or I guess you'll call it out of character from how they normally act, and they can stem from a number of different things. But like I said, this is strictly just the aggressive side, so we want to make sure we avoid the confrontation. Again, you don't want to get in trouble at work or anything of that nature. Becoming aggressive is part of their nature. Not all of them. I'm not gonna say 100%. Again, I'm not a doctor. Just break it down what I've studied, what I've come into contact firsthand, and different stories I've heard from people. So their nature is aggressive. Sometimes when you confront them, you get mad at them. And at work, they can be bad for all parties involved. Anyone that's in the area, the narcissist, you, and whoever else, is involved with that. So you want to try to avoid those confrontations if we can. And sometimes, we've seen it. You might witness, screaming, arguing. Might be some cursing going on, and sometimes it gets physical. I've seen people fight at a job. Now, I'm not saying the people that got in the fight at the job was narcissists, but I'm saying things do escalate, and they escalate rather quickly. So again, we want to avoid those situations where we can. If we know that these people are narcissists, we want to make sure we practice discernment doing that. God gave each one of us a brain. We got to make sure we use it and practice discernment and be safe at work. You want to go home back to your family. There's no need in getting in trouble, getting fired, getting arrested, or worse, getting killed over something that could have been talked about, or talked out, however you want to say it. So recognizing the sign of aggressive narcissists and try best to avoid them situations, that's always the best way to do it. I'm going to say that a few times. That's just the best way to do it. Like I said, when you come in contact with some of these people, and it could be even us having a bad day. So I'll go there. Let's say you having a bad day, and you're going to work to deal with your buddy, and he's a narcissist and he always has issues. What I like to do, say a prayer either in the car, or if you have an office or anything, cubicle or whatever, try to say a prayer. Maybe pray on your way to work, listen to some gospel music. You want to get in that spirit that you're going to work and you about to do God's work even though you're at work, because you still can win souls even at work. So let's not forget about that. It's not just at church that we can do that. We can also do that at work also. It's okay to talk about it. Talk about God and talk about what he's done for you and testimonies and things of that nature. So there's nothing wrong with that. So listening to the music or praise or praying or anything like that, I know for me, it gets me in the right mindset where I can go to work and be like, God, just give me the strength, give me the ability to do my job, make sure I have no confrontations with anybody. And if I do, it's handled and it's something that we can talk about and talk it out. Okay. I want to bring a Bible verse into this, try to do at least a verse or two each show. You know, that way we talking about things, you know, from the Bible and trying to relate it to some of the things that we're talking about. So this one we're going to be talking about Ephesians 4, verse 31 and 32. Get rid of all bitterness, passion, and anger. Kind of like what I just said. I knew that was coming up, so I laid into it. No more shouting or insults. No more hateful feelings of any sort. Verse 31. So basically, like I just said, you want to do away with those things. So if you can pray and get yourself in the right mindset before you get to work, you know, try to do that. Try to, you know, be in a happier spirit, a loving spirit, you know, a caring spirit, whichever you got to do to get your mind right so you can go deal with these people at work. You want to do that, you know. Talk to God, have a, you know, you got a 20, 30-minute drive to get to work. That is a good time to talk to God, you know. Maybe turn off the radio station and put on your uplink to God, your connection, you know, and pray with him and talk to him on that 30-minute drive. And I promise you, you're gonna get to work feeling better. You practice that every day, and then on the way home, because I know I used to have to do it all the time. I mean, on the way home, you know, sometime around Houston traffic, might be an hour. It's a good time to listen to some gospel music, talk to God too, watch some videos, you know, whether it's YouTube videos like this and other people that I listen to that talk about God, pastors and this things like that. It's good for the soul, it's good for the mind, it's good for the heart, and it's just good to do that. So start your day with prayer and reading the Bible and move on with that. So let's get into verse 32. Instead, be kind and tender hearted to one another and forgive one another as God has forgiven you through Christ. So again, you want to practice, you know, people say, you know, treat others how you want to be treated. I say that depends on the person, because some people don't care how they treat it, you know. So you want to treat others better than you're treated is what I'm starting to say. So, you know, if you like, I don't know, getting coffee early in the morning and get you in that mindset, maybe buy your coworker, you know, a cup of coffee or a donut or something like that. If you know that, you know, that's what they do. That they like to drink that stuff or eat donuts and things of that nature, you know. Again, but if it's a narcissist, you know, you try to be nice. It works sometimes. They're human, you know. It works sometimes trying to do it, but just watch what you're doing and just remember who you're dealing with. Okay, moving right along. I'm trying to make this video a little bit shorter. I don't know how short it's gonna be. It might be shorter than the previous videos. So. And then I might try to, if I can, I might try to upload actually another video this week. So you might get 2 videos this week, and we'll be back on schedule next week doing 1 video every Wednesday. So don't forget, aggression with aggression is a losing situation. If the narcissist is in charge, so if they're in charge, they're in management or whatever, you get aggressive with them. Remember, they can always do things to hurt you if you're under them. They can tell people about you. They can make up stories about you. And I know we've been through that. Different people that's watching this video, so have I. And you know, they can make up things about you. So it's your word against theirs. And if you're the new person and you've been aggressive already, that's a bad look. So you probably gonna end up getting fired. You know, so when you know what you're dealing with, you want to start documenting these things, but you don't want to be, like I say, the aggressive one, because then you're gonna be deemed the problem. You know, they won't look at the manager if they're the narcissist. They won't look at them. They're going to look at you. You're the new guy. You're the new woman. Okay. They're probably the problem. I'm going to believe what Joe Bob told me. You know, Joe Bob been here 20 years. Done good for this company. So, you know, fighting aggression with aggression, that's never the answer. If your supervisor or coworker is an aggressive narcissist, try to say this every video. Remember, document, document, document. If you come in contact with these people, make sure you document. And then you also, you know, you can tell someone. You know, that's why they have human resources. That's why they have different hotlines you can call. Your human resources, I've been there. Again, I don't say names on this channel. I've been there before with the human resources. Guess what? They was buddy with the management. You already know where I'm going with this. So you can go tell human resources in this case. But what happens is human resources is going to tell that manager. And guess who? I ain't going to say you get in trouble, but you kind of do. Because you're telling human resource because you're thinking they're your friend and they're helping. Now I'm not talking about all human resource. I'm talking about what I've witnessed personally. You go to human resources, and then when they tell that manager, which that shouldn't be company policy, it isn't company policy probably at most companies. But when they buddy and they friends, that's what you get. Now, when they tell them at work or off the clock, it don't matter. It shouldn't be told. It's almost like telling doctor-client privilege or lawyer-client privilege. That's how it should be when you're talking to human resources. But it's not always the case. So if you go and tell somebody human resources, you got to make sure, somebody can trust and they're going to actually bring it up to the next level. Because sometimes it needs to be brought up to the next level. It can't just be, well, I tell human resources, I tell this woman or this man, and it stops there. Now, if they go handle it themselves, hey, all power to them, But when you tell them, you want to pray about it before you tell them. Make sure you telling them, the complete story. Don't tell them half the story because you don't want to tell half truths, and you want to have everything documented. So you tell them what you need to tell them, and then you pray about it again, and then hopefully they do what they need to do in their work, so far as human resources, and they're able to move your case along and get it filed and maybe go up higher, especially you're dealing with something that, you're depressed, the morale is low, you just don't want to go to work, and it's because of one or two people. That's something that we need to take care of. We need to make sure we tell, and that's part of the problem too. People don't like to they don't like to tell, and I get it. You don't want to snitch, it's the whole thing with I don't want to snitch, but when it's affecting you and affecting your work or affecting the people around you, and I can go one step further. What if you're at work dealing with this narcissist, this aggressive narcissist, and you're going home and now it's affecting your family life, your wife, your kids? So what happens in return, by you not stepping up to the plate and saying something to human resources, or even, trying to have a conversation with this person, now you're taking out on your wife. Now y'all are getting in arguments, or you and your kids, getting in arguments, and that's because you're not stepping up to the plate and doing what you need to do. If you handle your business, you probably can avoid the situation at home, and you can avoid the situation at work. Because especially during this pandemic, everything going on, y'all see it on the news, people dying, families, getting torn apart, and from everything that's going on. So we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can, because people are losing jobs left and right. So we want to make sure we're doing everything we can to, we want to make sure we're doing everything we can to keep our place of employment if we can, but you want to be happy and feel safe at work. Okay. We're going to get into the 5 common signs of aggression. So one is agitation. They might be agitated, and sometimes it's nothing to do with you. A lot of times it's nothing to do with you. It's probably something that happened. We're going to bring back home, like something that happened at home, or maybe something that happened on the way to work. They might got cut off with a driver, by another driver, and that's what they're upset about, and they take it out on you. You're the first person they see. You at work, you just said your prayer, you just read your favorite scripture, and you feeling good, like I'm about to go in here, I'm about to deal with this aggressive manager that's always aggressive, and they hit you over the head again with something that has nothing to do with you. But just realize, and listen to what I'm saying, it has nothing to do with you. So knowing that, you can be like, you can walk away from them, they scream, do whatever, document it, and then be like, hey, it's nothing to do with me. It's not about me. Okay. Poor communication skills due to overt negative effects. So again, not being good communicators. So that's one of them situations where they told you something, but they really didn't tell you. But then they tell everybody else, like in a management circle, that, oh, well, I told Solomon to do that yesterday. Nah, no, you didn't, because I wasn't told anything about filing a report or doing that, whether it's cleaning up, whatever the case is. I wasn't told to do that. You didn't tell me. But again, that's when you document stuff and you say, and you write it down and, you start like a little journal and be like, hey, I can look back at my thing. I don't have this written down that you told me to do that at all, But remember, save your documents in your journal for when you really need them. Don't just bring it out, flip it out every time, because then now you're telling on yourself. So now they know, oh, this person documented me, so I might want to handle them differently or get rid of them. So that's not what I'm saying. Don't do that every time, but just practice discernment and realize what's going on. Number 3, trouble with concentration and attention. So that's another one. you know what? Call it scatterbrain. That's what we're gonna call it, scatterbrain. Just all over the place. No, it's not multitasking. No, let's not get them confused. Multitasking and scatterbrain is two totally different things. So we talking about scatterbrain. They all over the place. They think they multitasking, but they not getting nothing accomplished. Actually, believe it or not, they got all these things going on, 40 different things going on. Didn't get 2 of them accomplished yet. But that's some signs, you need to recognize, that, and they could be aggressive by having all these things, taking on too much. It's like going to your favorite restaurant where it's a buffet and you putting all this stuff on the plate and you go to walk away from the buffet line and you drop half of it. Well, you put too much on your plate. So it's the same thing with this. Just taking too much on. I call them yes man and yes women. They say yes to the supervisor above them when they should be saying no. I mean, it's okay to say no if you have too much work. You can't take on everything. And if your team can't handle that, stop saying yes, because now all y'all looking bad. So when promotions and things come around, they're like, well, this team can't never handle the workload. But it's because the manager is taking on too much, trying to prove to everybody that he can do it. So his concentration and attention to detail is all off. Number 4, trouble thinking in an organized manner. It's dealing with the same stuff. So unorganized from top to bottom. In the military, we had a saying, ate up like a soup sandwich. You ever try to eat a soup sandwich? Probably not, because you try putting liquid soup in between 2 pieces of bread. Let me know how that work out for you. That's another story. If you've been in the military, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, look it up. So they not organized. You walk in somebody's office and they just have stuff all over the desk, all over the floor. And you like, what's going on? I mean, I need this paper, and they digging through stuff. It's unorganized. They unorganized up here. Unorganized just in life in general. Just unorganized. They can be aggressive too. Just think about that. Just think about that. Number 5, they have high anxiety too. So that's another one. They high anxiety, just all over the place, and nervous about things and everything. It's not that they really scared, but they'll say they're scared, or just scared I'm gonna get fired, and scared about this anxiety just off the charts. Hey, look, I've been to Iraq. I know high anxiety. I know it. 04 to 05, I witnessed high anxiety, probably the worst anxiety I've ever experienced. So I know high anxiety. I mean, you can work with some of these things. I'm not trying to downplay anybody else's anxiety or anything like that, but what I'm saying is, when these people have this high anxiety and you throw on with the aggressive nature and the micromanager, and you throw in the narcissist and all this stuff you're throwing in, you're dealing with these evil spirits, it can make for a bad day, bad week, just bad, bad month. So just recognizing the signs, those 5 signs, and then just because I say those 5, that's not the only 5, but that's the 5 that I picked out, that I know that I've come across. I know other people have come across. So just, just pay attention to what's going on around you. Once again, that's the end of this video. I told you I tried to make it a little shorter. So I'm working on trying to get a little bit shorter if I can. That ends this video. So once again, if you didn't get a chance to like or subscribe, I appreciate if you hit that bell and subscribe. And then also leave a comment so we can talk back and forth. I'd like to see you again next week where we have another good topic. And like I said, I might be able to drop another video this week. It'll be a short video. There's no Narcissists. I already got it kind of written down. So it might be another short video that I might drop Thursday or Friday. So once again, be blessed. See you next time. And remember, this is where fate and work intersect. Fate-based workplace YouTube channel. Thank you.